Yeah, man. We gotta talk. I gotta talk about these clowns, man. Mase and Camron, man. For real, for real. Like these dudes, I'm tired of these men with platforms, with huge followings, and then they're not doing anything to benefit men or benefit younger men. These dudes are clowns, man. I hope you're not following these dudes. I hope you're not subscribed to them. I really hope you're not, especially if you're a grown man. You should be ashamed of yourself. I want to talk about 2 clips I've seen. The first clip I want to talk about is the Steven Shakur, I believe his name is. So I saw a clip of Mase and Camron reacting to his boxing match. There's a melanated woman they have on a set too. Of course, you got to have a melanated woman that's willing to participate in putting down black men. So they were all pretending to be asleep during Shakur Stevenson's boxing match. But I guess what they were trying to say is his boxing matches are boring. It went 12 rounds, but at the end of the day, he won. He won the match. And what I want to say is, it's clowns like Camron, clowns like Mase, that never ever box or step foot in a boxing ring that want to judge a young black man, a young melanated man doing his thing. That's not out here shooting, robbing, killing people, scamming. He is out here legally boxing. Now I told y'all the whole, you know what I'm saying, music industry, sports industry, it's all rigged. And it's all ran by Jewish Freemason, but that's not the point. Like I said, this young man could be doing anything else with his life. He's doing something positive. He's legally boxing and making money while doing it. And then you got Camron and Mase, older dudes that should be giving young dudes game, like how I do. But no, instead they want to put this man down and call his boxing matches boring. Do you know there are some people who really enjoy the art of boxing? Has Camron and Mase ever dealt with a concussion? Do they know what it feels like to deal with a concussion? So the fact you're making fun of this man because he went 12 rounds is crazy to me, because he still won the fight at the end of the day. Boxing is an art. I think that's good. I think if you could go 12 rounds in the ring with somebody and not get hit hard to the point where you feel like you got a concussion or you're about to get knocked out and you win, that's good. Just think about this man's endurance. Shakur Stevenson has amazing endurance. You think Camron and Mase have endurance like him? You think Camron and Mase could beat him in a race? You think Camron and Mase could stand 12 rounds in a ring with Shakur, let alone an amateur boxer? Heck no. So how dare you make fun of this young man? How dare you disrespect this young man? And what's even worse is, yes, he stood up for himself like he should have. And then you got Camron talking about he'll slap fire out of him. Don't get the streets and boxing confused. What are you talking about, man? What are you doing right now? You're supposed to be giving these young dudes game. Instead, you're fighting fire with fire. That doesn't work with these young dudes. You can't threaten them. They're not going to respect you when you threaten them. They're not going to listen to you when you threaten them. They're going to come back at you even harder. I know how I was when I was younger. If an older dude said, "Oh, I'll slap the shit out you, you young nigga, I got old man strength." What? Shut the fuck up. I'm coming back at you. And Camron and Mase know this. But ladies, gentlemen, you have to understand, these podcasts, these shows are created to keep the black man down, to keep black people going against each other. Camron and Mase, they were under Diddy years ago at some point. I'm sorry, but they went to Diddy parties. They did some unspeakable things. Anybody that was ever signed to Diddy, we know this. So how could anybody respect her? You know what's crazy? The same people that make fun of artists for being touched by Diddy or hanging around Diddy, oh, you gonna tell him no? Will say nothing about Mase and Camron. Give them a pass. And that's messed up. That is really messed up. It's crazy because their podcast is called It Is What It Is, but they never take their own advice. How come when Shakur Stevenson came back with what he came back with, defending himself, you didn't just say it is what it is? Why do you take the high road like an adult should? It's because these dudes are immature. I told y'all. A lot of Puerto Rican dudes don't want to grow up, and a lot of melanated dudes don't want to grow up. Camron and Mase do not want to grow up. That's why they're fighting fire with a young man. How you going to bring up the streets? How you going to talk about all streets and boxes are not the same? What are you going to do to him? What are you going to do to him? And if it was a real fair fight, Shakur would beat the brakes off of Camron. You and I both know this. And Camron is the same dude that is doing nothing for where he's from. He's doing nothing for New York. Last time I checked, he had a clip talking about I got to get out of New York. It's dirty, all the rats and stuff like that. Is he doing anything to help with the rat problem? Is he doing anything for the people from his community? No, I guarantee it. But he's up here judging this person and judging that one, gossiping like a little girl. See, I will never come up here and gossip about other men and other celebrities like a little girl. I will tell you what to stay away from and I will give you game. That is not what these dudes are doing. Do not get it confused. Do not jump in my comment section and say, you bash women, you bash black. No, I do not. I give melanated men and other men advice and game due to my experiences of the past. I give them advice what to stay away from, signs to look out from. That is not putting down women. That is not putting down people. But Camron and Mase sit up like two little girls and they gossip about other men as if they're perfect, as if they never attended Diddy parties. If you don't get out of here with this mess. Now, I want to talk about Bronny James. And this is not just for the Is What It Is podcast about Mase and Camron. This is for Kawain Brown. This is for whoever else has something to say. Most people talking about Bronny James have never ever played in the league, or if they did, they're not in the league anymore. You're not even considered relevant anymore. Especially Kawain Brown. You're not even relevant anymore, man, but you gossiping like a little girl. You sound salty. You sound salty, bro. If you got money, live your life. Enjoy life. If the league wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. Why are you still talking about it? Talking about Dwayne Wade, gossiping about this and that. And I'm not saying he's wrong for some of the stuff he's saying. I'm just saying, bro, you got to stop. You are too old to be gossiping like a little girl. Nobody's going to respect that, bro. That's not masculine. Giving game is one thing, but gossiping is a whole nother thing. It should be saved for females. But again, I want to talk about Bronny James, man. Mase and Camron talk about Bronny James and he's not ready for the NBA. Everybody's not ready for the NBA. 4 points. Listen when I say this. LeBron James said in an interview that his dream was to play with his son on the same team before he retired. He said that. It doesn't matter how good his son is. That is not the point. You don't think LeBron knows his son isn't good enough for the NBA? He knows that. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. He wanted his son to play with him. He wanted to play on the same team with his son. And can you people just live in a moment and respect that? A lot of you people consider LeBron the greatest and one of the greatest. This is the first time we've seen one of the greatest actually play with his son on the same team. So just enjoy this. Enjoy this. This is history. Regardless of the fact whether I'm into sports or not. This is history. So sit back and enjoy if you're a LeBron fan. Don't put him and his son down. Yes, we know about nepotism. We know a lot of nepotism was involved in this. But oh well, so what? A lot of you fellas that are judging him, a lot of these men on these podcasts that are judging him would do the same thing if they had the opportunity and their son wanted to play with them and they wanted to play with their son. This is what a lot of you people are not thinking about before you comment, before you judge, before you spread gossip and agree with these dudes. Actually think about putting yourself in LeBron's shoes, putting yourself in Bronny James' shoes. Like, he's a kid at the end of the day. And he's well-spoken. He's respectful. I'm not even getting to the whole Freemason occult because that doesn't matter. I'm just talking about how he presents himself. He's not like a John Morant. LeBron raised his son right. He raised his sons right. So can we just respect that he's a good kid? He stays out of trouble. And he loves and respects the game. So let him play. Whether it's 4 points, 2 points, no points. He's having fun out there. Let him have fun. I feel like a lot of these dudes are jealous, man. Camron and Mase, they jealous. They wish they had a daddy that could say, you know, come into the rap game, son. You don't have to suck no dick. You don't have to bend over for Diddy. They wish they had that when they were younger in the industry. They wish they had a LeBron James. That's really what it is. All these dudes on these podcasts that are making fun of Bronny James for not being good enough at the NBA, they wish they had a dad that could do the same that LeBron did for Bronny. I'm telling you right now. And if you don't agree, comment down below that you don't agree and let me know why. And it better be a valid reason why you don't agree. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, these two clowns, Bullethead Mase and Cornball Camron. Bullethead Mase and Cornball Camron. Freaking demonic antics. You're not in the music industry anymore, but you're still doing music industry rituals and antics. got women twerking and stuff and you throwing money and whatnot, disrespecting a young man at his sport, disrespecting one of the greatest NBA players and his son. It's disrespectful. It really is. And again, if you are following them, if you're subscribed to their channel, unsubscribe to my channel. I don't mind losing subscribers. I want subscribers who think like I do. That's what I want. If you're not one of those, peace. Enjoy your life. Because I want men who are masculine men, who make great decisions that are not just based on them, but based on the people around them, and want a great, peaceful future with longevity. That's the type of men I want on this channel. So if you're not one of those, bye. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.